Lovers Swimming is a podcast that celebrates the wonderfully diverse community of swimmers and fantastic opportunities that exist on the Isle of Wight, off the south coast of England. Welcome to the podcast. I'm Linda Bryant. In 2019, I joined the Facebook group Outdoor Swimming Isle of Wight. New to living on the island, I wanted to swim in the sea with others and meet like-minded people who shared my passion for swimming. Since then, I've been on a fantastic journey. I've made lots of new friends and get to swim all year round and participate in a range of swimming experiences. The weather and tides determine the swim, but some of our group have started to swim longer distances, working with the tide. Our longest swim so far is 3K, which is from Seaview to Ryde. In 2021, we competed as a team in the annual Sandown to Shanklin peer-to-peer swim. In 2022, I was encouraged to join the Masters Ryde Swimming Club at Waterside Pool. A club swimmer as a child, I love being part of this mixed age and ability group. I've enjoyed relearning the pool sets, lingo and swim techniques, and my swim fitness has really improved. This year, age 64, I entered my first meet in 50 years, getting the gold in my age group for the 800 metres. Yes, of course, the nerves were still there, but it was also great fun and I had loads of encouragement. I'm looking forward to my next swim adventure. For the Love of Swimming is also a series of community events aimed to share information and inspiration and to connect people through swimming. So if you're lucky enough to live on the island, look out for these events coming soon. Follow us on all the usual social media channels and don't forget to subscribe to the podcast for more personal swimming stories. Today I'm with Anne Barlow. Anne lives on the Isle of Wight and has a beach hut at the Dover, a beautiful stretch of beach by Bembridge Harbour. Anne grew up swimming in the sea and taught herself to swim. She loves the wildness of the sea and talks about feeling part of nature when she's in it. She shares how she has recently overcome the challenge of cold water and is now able to swim all year round. Good morning, and we have Anne here with us today. Anne lives in St Helens and she's going to share her story for the Love of Swimming. So Anne, good morning.
Good morning.
So we're going to start off, when and where did you start your swimming journey?
I think probably when I was quite young and my parents used to take me to the family beach hut on Hayling Island.
Nice.
And we played really in the sea. I wouldn't call it swimming, but it gave me a real familiarity with the sea. I was never frightened of the sea, although I don't think I could swim at the time. And then when eventually I came to live on the Isle of Wight, I just put myself in the sea and thought, actually, I can do this. So I'll just do it.
So you've never had formal swimming lessons?
Never.
Excellent. And what sort of swimmer would you say you are? So it is mainly sea or lakes? Do you do any pool at all?
Well, very much now sea. I would say 98%, because I won't say no pools. I did swim in pools a little bit at school in the sixth form. And in my 20s, I would use the pool in the evenings for exercise, to the point where I would decided I wanted to swim a mile. So perhaps once or twice a week, I would go and swim in a pool and do a mile. But actually, I'm not that keen on pools, and I would keep away from them now. And the only time I use a pool now is probably when we're on holiday. And it's quite nice because the pool is often colder than the sea. So I'll jump in the pool, get cold, then jump in the sea and get warm.
And that's an open air pool.
That's an open air pool. I haven't been in a closed pool for years.
So what do you like about the sea? What it is about the sea that you love swimming in the sea?
I think I like the wildness. I like the sense of myself on the planet. I like that real feeling of privilege when I'm just bobbing up and down and the waves take me up and down and I can see things and then not see them. I feel so much part of the planet.
That's lovely. And is that an all year round activity? Are you one of these brave people that go in all year?
I am now, I have to say. Yes, that's sort of caught up upon me in the last 3 or 4 years. Nothing to do with the pandemic. It's something that we just started to swim later and later in the autumn. And then my friend and I both bought wetsuits to extend it. And then I sort of found that I didn't really like the wetsuit thing. So I started to actually, as it broke, I started to not replace it. And then in the end, the challenge became going in cold water. And I found I loved it.
Excellent.
There we go.
And would you say there's anything in particular, and maybe you've answered that really, that has influenced your swimming? Made it more possible? Or...
Well, I'm very lucky that I live within walking distance to the sea. I have a beach hut, so I can get out of the cold wind. I've bought the stuff that you can buy, furry robes, toweling robes, so that I can warm up quickly. And I've got better and better at dealing with the cold. And I think that's a really fantastic thing to be able to do. That's a mental challenge as much as a physical challenge.
I was going to say, actually, is there anything you're most proud of? I don't want to lead you.
No. Well, that would be something I would definitely say, that this overcoming cold water and realising I can do it and being actually really proud of myself that I can do it. And I didn't really ever think that I would. And now I can. And so, yes, definitely. As I get older, it becomes more and more difficult to find challenges. And that's a challenge that I have stood up to and overcomes the wrong thing. But I found I can do it.
Yeah.
So that's great.
Yeah, it's quite nice on a crisp morning, isn't it?
Lovely. Absolutely lovely.
And there's been a lot, I think, again, you mentioned the pandemic, but it does feel that sort of the whole world is wild swimming at the moment, or it's got a lot of press coverage. And there's a lot that people are talking about, the physical and emotional well-being of swimming. I mean, is there anything that you feel that you get from it?
I definitely feel energised when I've been swimming. And if you're feeling a bit lethargic at home or after work, and if you make yourself perhaps go for a swim, even if you're not really in the mood, and you're always like glad you did and you feel better, physically and mentally, yes. Both things, definitely.
So what would you say to somebody who's thinking about starting to swim, either a beginner or someone who wants to return to swimming? What would your pearl of wisdom be?
I think don't think that you need to stay in a long time. A lot of people have said to me, well, I'd like to try winter swimming, but I'm a bit frightened of it. I said, well, just literally go in up to your waist, dunk your shoulders in, out again, and you've overcome getting in the water, in cold water. And I would say don't expect too much to start with, and you'll find that it'll come very quickly.
That's lovely. Well, thank you. It's been great chatting to you.
You're welcome.
I'll see you in the water soon.
Yeah, bye-bye, Linda.
Oh, you too, are you?